It is Friday, June 9th. I'm on my way out here. I suppose it's like 8 acres, maybe 10 acres total. A field that the road is underwater. The water's down pretty good and the road is somewhat firm. They worked it last night to sneak in there, and he called and I worked last night till 6. It's 1 o'clock right now. I got up at noon. Didn't get to bed right away either, so I got like 5 hours of sleep. But he wants me to roll it, and then there's a big wet hole that dried out in front of a house that they worked. So there could be up to 5 acres there that they reworked, and he wants me to roll that. And then the drill's parked over there, and he wants me to go back out and drill both those pieces. But I've never I didn't run the drill with this with the big tractor, so I'll have to figure out the controls. He briefly explained them over the phone, and he did the same thing as when it was on the 8430, but I'll figure it out, and you guys will too, because you'll be riding with me. And I just finished rolling the full field here, getting back to where I gotta pull out. The road is still pretty mucky, but come back out and drill it here after I roll that little wet hole. Come back out and drill this. So not a lot of rolling footage, just because you guys have seen it. And I'm done here. Dusty Dust talking about with the road. The water was completely over it most of the spring. It's still over it right here, but we're making it work. It's just really sketchy. I am not going to videotape bringing the drill through here. You can see the rollers hitting the ground a little bit, even with it picked all the way up. The drill's a little more, top heavy when it goes through things, so I got to be more careful and don't need any mishaps at the end of the season. Remember, that's where I cleaned that trench out, and this was all standing water, and I just planted it. It's so powdery, but you can see the seeds, they're in there. In all likelihood, this will probably drown out. Seed on top there, and then a couple seeds right there. So it looks good. Yeah, we got to do something. Either he's going to put more tile through here or a waterway. But cleaning out that trench, and then finally, allowed the surface water to get off. The couple tile lines we got in here to catch up. So I'm going to fold up here, and I'll video a little bit while I do that other, whatever acre field, 10 acre field. And that'll be it. Bugs flying on me. But here it is. I just shut off my liquid fertilizer so it doesn't drip on the way over there. You have to make sure your gang units are up when you fold, otherwise you really mess them up. More so on the way when you fold it open. So let's fold her in. Let's see, was it this one? My first time running this thing this year. This one. Maybe this one. There we go. Nice and easy. I got my liquid fertilizer off. Nice and easy. There we go. Pick it up. Got it. And you just pick her up, and off we go. I probably got another 50 gallons of fertilizer. I probably won't use it all. I don't know, I won't use it all, but we'll see. And there you go. Bridges are always kind of tricky because you can't fit a car and me on here at the same time. We're going over the interstate, I-35. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze. Out here drilling this last field here. The GPS is going, it's steering, I'm not. It's negotiating this curve right now. On the inside curves where you curve this way, it does okay because it overlaps a little bit, which is fine, it's grain drilling. On the other, if a curve were to go away from you, you got to kind of steer into it a little bit to help make sure you don't leave a gap. But GPS steering is a wonderful thing for accuracy, for operator fatigue, and just for efficiency and saving seed. I'm probably not going to use all the fertilizer. I'm running low on seed on the far outsides on both ends. I got a little coffee can here. I'm going to have to get out here probably in the next couple passes and move a little seed, so I got enough to finish. But we'll wrap this field up, and this is it. This is the last one for the year. I don't think he's got any replant for beans he's got to do. All the rest of the beans came up pretty good, I think. But we'll know quick here when we take a tour of the fields. But just wrapping her up here. Cruising along at like 4 miles an hour, just going nice and slow. It's kind of a little bouncy because I don't know if this field got ripped last fall or not. It's just a little rough. And the slower you go, the better job the drill will do. And there's just no rush to get done, so this is it. So it's only like, it's both 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so nice and slow and steady gets the race done. Got my headlands done. It's a little smoother now. 4.4 miles an hour in B4, just kind of creeping along. Putting somewhere between 3 and 3.5, usually 3 and 3.5 gallons of starter per acre. Just help the beans spurt up a little bit. But yeah, every time I run the GPS here, the steering, I just love it. I wish we had it in the field cultivator and the rippers and stuff. We got the light bar, but not the steering in those rigs. But I don't know, it's kind of cool to watch this stuff work on its own. Contour mode. That just means that whatever my last pass was, it does perfectly what I just did on my last pass. So it logged it as I went along the headlands, and that's why it knew. It's not just shut off because this is where I turned around. But if you go, you can also set up an AB line if you'd rather. Down there, probably like 40 gallons left. We're gonna finish by the hair of our chinny chin chin here. Just gotta move a little seed. You can see my outside's pretty low. Pretty low. Got quite a bit here. Middle one's good. This one's good, but on the outside again. So I'm gonna move a little seed, just go like that. She's gonna be close. She's gonna be close. Alright. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I know I'm not gonna run out of starter, and I really don't care if I do. But I wanna make sure I got enough seed, so I gotta keep my coffee can handy. I probably got this field half done. But it's kind of goofy shape. And you'll notice we don't have the control monitor that we had in the 8430 in here to control those gang units individually. And that's okay. It just reacts better when it's all coming up at once with just the hydraulic lever. It was really slow on the monitor. It's just that when you're in a goofy shaped field, you burn up a little more seed that way, which is nothing wrong, because that way you make sure you got it planted well. Let's go like this. We're gonna set in here. Here go those. I'm roughly in the right area. Then you can see the lights come on. You hit enter, and there it's starting to steer. It's gonna bring me back. There's just a little bit of overlap. It's bringing me back. And there's perfect. So off we go. Better turn that back on. Let's kind of catch up here. It always takes a little bit to get going. You can see here we're overlapping our headlands. The tractor contour kicked in and thought it should make another headland here and started curving, which is okay because either way we're going to have some overlap on both sides. Once I make it past the headland, because right now it wants me to go with the headland, I can set it back in here. No, it wants me to go with the headlands. A little further, and then it'll let me do it, I think. Here it goes. Excellent. So I'm gonna wrap this up here. I'll keep you posted on how the seed situation goes. I just gotta go over here and the rounds get really short. It's like 86 degrees out. It's supposed to be like 95, 98 on Sunday in thunderstorms. So he's out spraying, I'm out planting, and we're getting her done. Yeah, the windows are all dirty, but that's it, folks. We are done. Plant 17 is over. As far as I know, he went around and scouted the field. Maybe there's like a little bit he's gonna zip in his replant, but just folding up here. Went well. Haven't ran the drill in a couple years since we haven't ran it in a couple years. But I'm probably a little more I don't know. He checks quite a bit too, but I get so nervous planting because you can't see what you're doing. I already said that in my planting corn video, but I get so nervous when I'm planting to make sure it's doing a good job. I got out like 5 times here in this like 10-acre field just to make sure. I had to move seed, so while I was moving seed, I would just check and make sure I was doing a good job and there was seed, good seed placement. But I don't know, I get nervous, but it did a good job as far as I can tell, and I'm out of here. Alright. It's like 5 o'clock now, or 5:30, I don't even know. I'm not looking at the watch. I'm tired though. It's hot out. The sun really takes that out of a guy, especially when you didn't get much sleep to begin with. Set this thing down just so it doesn't have to stay up in the air. And I don't know what we're gonna do here. Probably gonna have to drain that last little bit of starter out of there, and then do some cleanup, unhook some stuff, and just rinse some of these tractors off because they're not. Some of them aren't bad, but you can see we splashed through some stuff. I have it locked up, so yeah, that was that's plant 17, guys. What we got here? 6 totes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 totes over there. And there's at least 2, if not like 4. At least 2, maybe 3 or 4 more hiding somewhere. Or wait, there's 7 here. There's totes thrown everywhere. So we gotta haul those back. But I'm done. So I'm gonna head home. I got to get some stuff ready for tomorrow. And probably catch up on some stuff at home. And enjoy the nice night. It should cool off and be a nice evening.